Hello, I'm your host Jack Townsend and welcome to the first episode of the 6 Car Garage podcast. Each week I will interview a new guest about their dream 6 car garage and indulge into what or who got them into the car scene. Also, I'll tell you some interesting facts about the cars they chose. At the end of the interview, I will play Car Countdown with the guest, where they'll have a total of 1 minute to answer as many car related questions as possible. This week's guest is Taylor Gerard, and without further ado, let's enter the garage. What is your name?
Taylor Gerard.
What got you interested in cars?
My dad.
What is your favourite car company?
Ford was a very versatile.
What is your favourite car film and why?
Dukes of Hazzard, as it's funny.
What is your favourite car game and why?
Assetto Corsa, because it's like a driving simulator.
Here's a question that split car enthusiasts for years. Lamborghini or Ferrari?
Ferrari.
What is your first car that you would like to have in your dream garage?
Ford Focus ST Mark II.
Ah yes, the Ford Focus ST Mark II. What an astonishing car. First released in 2005 and ended production in 2010. 2005, a brand new Focus ST would have set you back around £18,000. Now you can get a used one with 40,000 miles on the clock for around £8,000. This car is where the ST really started to make a name for itself, largely because the engine was so brilliant. The 225 brake horsepower 2.5 litre 5-cylinder engine was borrowed from a Volvo and given modifications to make it more responsive, as well as sound cooler than any Focus before it. It does 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds and can reach up to a top speed of 150 miles per hour. Why is it the first car in your dream garage?
Because I grew up around them and I'd like to have one of my own.
What is your second car that you would like to have in your dream garage?
R32 Skyline.
The Nissan Skyline R32 GTR, aka Godzilla. First released in 1989 and entered production in 1994. In 1989, a brand new Skyline R32 GTR would have cost you around £50,000. Now, that's a price for a used R32 with around 40,000 miles on the clock. A stock, low mileage GTR can cost up to £80,000. The reason that the Nissan Skyline is called Godzilla was that the R32 GTR became the king of monsters, just like Godzilla, after its motorsport domination in the early 90s, unleashing a series of winning streaks against established models like the E30 BMW and several others. It was also powered by a S20 dual overhead cam 2-litre inline-6 engine that made a total of 276 brake horsepower. The car does 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds and can reach up to a top speed of 156 miles per hour. Why is it your second car that you would like to have in your dream garage?
You can do anything you want to it to make it fast.
What is your third car that you would like to have in your dream garage?
BMW M140i.
The BMW M140i was released in 2016 and ended production in 2019. In 2016, a brand new base model M140i cost £33,000. If you want to buy one now, be able to get a used 2017 M140i with around 30,000 miles on it for £20,000. The reason for the car's popularity and as to why so many people love this vehicle is due to what's underneath the bonnet. The car has a turbocharged 3-litre 6-straight engine which packs a total of 335 brake horsepower. It can do 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds and has a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Why is it your third car in your dream garage?
Because of the B58 engine.
What is your fourth car that you would like to have in your dream garage?
Ford RS Cosworth.
The Ford Sierra RS Cosworth was released in 1986 and ended production in 1992. In 1986, a brand new Sierra Cosworth would have cost you around £20,000. If you had wanted a Cosworth in the early 2000s, you would have been able to get one for around £12,000 to £15,000. But if you want one today, you'd have to be willing to pay around £50,000. The Ford Sierra RS Cosworth is a high-performance version of the Ford Sierra that was built by Ford Europe. It is the result of a Ford Motorsport project with the purpose of producing an outright winner for the Group A racing in Europe. The car had an inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that could produce a total of 204 brake horsepower, which managed to do 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds and had a top speed of 149 miles per hour. Why is it your fourth car in your dream garage?
Because it's my dad's favourite car.
What is your fifth car that you would like in your dream garage?
The Toyota A86 Corolla.
The Toyota AE86 Terreno was first released in 1983 and ended production in 1987. In 1983, a brand new base model AE86 would have cost you a little over £6,000. Now, you'd be able to get one with 150k miles for around £30,000. The AE86's nimble handling, responsive steering and peppy engine made it perfect for Japan's mountainous landscape and narrow windy roads. It's no coincidence that its sporty manoeuvring made it a star in one of Japan's popular mountain pass racing scenes. Initial D was a comic in Japan which later developed into an anime which ran from 1995 to 2013, which helped catapult the AE86 into its legendary status. The car has a 1.6 litre inline-4 engine with a total of 124 brake horsepower, which managed to do 0 to 60 in 8.5 seconds and had a top speed of 121 miles per hour. Why is it your fifth car in your dream garage?
Because it's a rear-wheel drive monster.
What is your last car that you would like to have in your dream garage?
Toyota Supra.
The Toyota Supra first released in 1993 and ended production in 2002. In 1993, a brand new base model Toyota Supra would have cost you around £28,000. Now, if you're lucky, you'll be able to get a used Toyota Supra with around 50,000 miles for £40,000. The legendary Mark IV Supra was propelled to fame by the immortal 2JZ engine. This engine was over-engineered to the point where it could produce over 1,000 horsepower without requiring any internal modifications. Another reason as to why this car has gotten so popular over the recent years is due to the use of the car in the first Fast and Furious, where the legend Paul Walker is seen driving the car in the movie. The car used in the movie sold after Paul's death at auction for a staggering total of £450,000. The car can do 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds and can reach up to a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Why is it your last car in your dream garage?
Because of the 2JZ engine.
Welcome to Car Countdown, where you'll have a total of 60 seconds to answer as many car-related questions as possible. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then let's start the clock. What is the best-selling car of all time?
Toyota Corolla.
Correct. What country consumes the most petrol every year?
United States.
Correct. What is the most popular colour for a car?
Black.
Incorrect. White. What is the van in the popular cartoon show Scooby-Doo named?
The Volkswagen camper van.
Correct. The most expensive car ever sold was a 1963 Ferrari GTO sold in 2018. How much money was the car sold for?
60 million.
Correct. What is the car Paul Walker's character?
R34 Skyline.
Correct. What is the world's largest automobile company?
Volkswagen.
Incorrect. Toyota.
Ah.
What kind of car is associated with James Bond?
Aston Martin.
Correct. On average, how many parts are there in a car?
100,000.
Incorrect, 30,000. What car is used in the 1985 film Back to the Future?
The DeLorean.
Correct, and that is it. And that was the first 6 Car Garage podcast. Thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow us on Instagram at 6 Car Garage Podcast, where you'll be able to keep up to date with the new podcasts that are coming out, find teasers for who will be the next guest, and be able to get into contact with us if you have any questions. I've been your host, Jack Townsend. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Bye bye now.